Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okay then, so we're going to ask about Harry and the last time, or if any time, he has spoken to his father recently or been in touch, okay? Yeah, so we're just going to do that. Can I just say a big shout out and thank you to Cheryl Bloom for your super thanks. Thank you ever so much. It's so much appreciated. Thank you. The reason I turned it on is because quite a few of you have been emailing me and asking for bank details or an address to send me either flowers or a bottle of wine. And obviously I trust you guys, but you know, there are other, I call them lurkers, okay, so they come on every now and again and watch me. And they haven't got good intentions, okay? So, yeah, I trust you guys. I just don't trust them. So, that's why I don't give out those kind of details. But it seems simple enough doing it the way through YouTube. And especially the ones after live sessions. I often get emails asking me, you know, to accept money or as well. You know, do I do private readings? So I've put both the notices up there on each video so that I don't have to talk about it anymore. But yeah, I'm not doing readings at the moment, private readings. It's something I'll look into again in 2023, which is next year. It sounds so far away, but it's not, is it? Oh my. Anyway, so just to let you know, I've seen the headlines and the questions and everything else. Is Catherine pregnant? I've done a spread, okay, so this is my second one, because the universe told me not to put it up just yet, okay, which I've gone sort of like through stages to see, you know, where is it that I've maybe gone wrong. So it's just said don't act at the moment, so I was like, well, what should I do with the reading? And they gave me the Six of Cups, which is, you know, the past coming into the future, meaning that I'll know when the right time is to put this forward, okay? But you never know, we might find out something between Harry and his father as well. Okay then, so, you know, how is Harry feeling towards his father, King Charles? Oh yeah, he definitely feels out in the cold, and he's, you know, if he is about his titles and everything and the loss, you know, this is only fear though. This is only fear, okay? It's a fear card. So it means that in reality what's going on in his head isn't actually happening, okay? So for now, you know, other people taking what's yours, or, you know, putting you at a disadvantage, is just a fear. So, because that ain't going to happen, unfortunately. Okay, so whatever he's fearing, loss of titles, being left out in the cold, giving him anxiety over finances, will he get this, will he get that, these are fears, okay, so, but fears that other people could do this to him, that they could have an impact. So I kind of see him pleading poverty, actually, pleading poverty. Unemployment, I don't know why I'm getting unemployment, because we haven't got, this card isn't unemployment. But I do feel like it's, you know, well, after the book and after Crown, after Netflix, there's nothing else, it's all drying up. This is a situation where you cause it, okay? You cause it by something you say, do, actions you take or don't take, you know. So he's just in fear at the moment. So how does he feel about his father? Like his father could take everything away. Somebody said, oh, if the book's real bad, they should strip him. No, guys. You write a book and you do Oprah and you do all the things that you've done. You should be stripped here and now, okay? Here and now. Never mind when the book gets there. Has Harry had any contact with his father? So, hang on then. No, we'll do it so we can know if he has or he hasn't. What contact has Harry had with his father? Well, obviously, you know, Harry is making demands. He's made demands. Oh, sorry, I slipped on my shoulder and it keeps it's clicking and creaking. So you can't have what you always want. So it's like you have to move on. Apologise and move on, Harry. Apologise and move on. That's what I'm getting, the tone of it. So Harry wants something, yeah, you know, that's where you would see that he's wasting time. He's not wasting his time because he feels that any time he's asking, he knows the answer. He knows the answer, and you have got, you know, 2 5s there already. So, you know, 5 of Pentacles upright, and then you've got the 5 of Cups reversed, which is an emotional card. Now, this can be something as simple as when I get things wrong. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But when I get things wrong, this is the card that comes up and says, you know, just get on with it, get back on with it. You know, there's no point fretting about it. You know, you didn't get what you want this time, which is to be right. You didn't get it, you know. And I kind of feel like that's a similar thing. You know, you're not in the right this time, Harry. You're not in the right. So any conversation they've had is about him wanting stuff and not being able to have it or get it. Usually your own way, I would suppose. Yeah, your own way. So has King Charles actually spoken with Harry? I've got a feeling when I've asked that, spoke to his dad. I hope that's not different. Oh dear. Okay, so let's have a look. Has King Charles managed to speak to Harry? Or is it Harry? Has he managed to speak to Charles? Because apparently, I mean, you just don't know, dear, but you've got telephone numbers being wiped after so many. Harry's always got a different telephone number. You've got, you know, Charles who does not carry a mobile. How convenient. But, you know, let's have a look then. So, you know, have they actually spoken to each other? Has King Charles III and his son, Prince Harry, actually spoken to each other or been in communication recently? Yeah, there's a meeting. There's a meeting. There's a meeting. Okay, so he's coming over here. Somebody asked me, is he here already? Let's have a look. No. Not yet, but it's close. It's coming. So there is a future meeting as well. Charles and Camilla want to sort things out, and they're committed to that, and they'll find a way to incorporate Harry again. Do you know what, guys? You're not going to like it, but I've said it before. The only way to end all this bitterness and war and conflict from Harry and Meghan is to embrace them. And I know that sounds ridiculous after all they've done, but I'm telling you, it would just go on and on and on and on and on until every grave stone, bone has been devoured, you know. So I know that you wouldn't like anything like this, but at the end of the day, that is what's needed to save the monarchy, you know. It really is. And I can hear you screaming now. What does she know? But I have said it all the way, you know, you can't fight. You definitely can't ignore him, you know, because they're just, you know, they're not ignorable, are they? So yeah, there's a future meeting planned here. So yes, they have. Yes, they have. Now I'm wondering why I'm seeing a man and woman here. Maybe Charles has spoken to them both, you know. So that it's been like a group phone call. Excuse me. Yeah, a group phone call. Has you know, King Charles extended this kind of invitation then to Meghan as well. Unfortunately, because of Wales, Harry wouldn't be able to function without her, okay? So he's got to handle two of them, double trouble, you know. You're never going to reason with Markle. She's always going to do the opposite. She's always going to throw chaos. She is always going to be a drama queen. But Harry, as much as I can't stand him for the things that he does, especially today, you know, because he's behind all these rumours as well, you know, about pregnancies. It's not his business to go shouting it. But I do feel like, you know, he's kind of stirring the pot here as well. So there's more to meet the eye than this. However, yeah, so, you know, it's Harry who wants to see on his own. It is Harry he wants to see on his own. But I'm sorry, she'll be around. He's King Charles due to meet with his son Harry in the very near future. This is my card. Right, oh dear me. It's different. It's different for everyone. So always overwhelmed then, because it looks like Harry's overwhelmed, okay? He's the one who's vulnerable and feeling sorry for himself and doesn't know where he fits in, actually. Actually, that's a good point. He doesn't know where he fits in because he's not truly Americanised. And he can't leave the royals' life behind, you know. It's not life like you can just shed off a coat, you know, and pick up a new one and wear that for comfort. So is Harry, you know, are they going to see each other? I kind of feel like things are hopeless right now. There's a lot of upsetment here. A lot. You see, I've got Harry, you know, crying about it. But, you know, Harry, your dad just wants to help you move on or solve things and resolve things. And he wants to help you, Harry. Okay, he does want to help you. I mean, you might feel a loss, both of them together, but anything can be resolved. Anything, even the harshest words. I mean, there's certain things that I know, you know, are certainly not forgivable in this lifetime of people, what they do to others. So, you know, but barring that, anything can be, you know, forgiven, resolved. Do you know what? I've got the crafty feeling that. So always in despair. I can't imagine it would be Charles because he's got all his, you know, other members of family to stack him up. You've got Camilla, you've got Catherine, who he loves and adores. You've got William, you've got his beautiful grandchildren, you know, and then you've got the rest of the extended family as well. Where is Harry? Who's Harry got? Who has Harry got, really? You know, two kids that, you know, one more. I say they got caught out for that, didn't she? Harry said 6 months ago that Lilibet was already walking, and then on the last podcast, Meghan said she just started walking and reached that milestone at 16 months. Well, I don't know. You know, I would say closer to a year. You know, given Shy a month or so, but yeah, no, get your facts in order. Anyway, not that I care. So, do you think he'll go over then? Do you think, because I don't know, earlier I felt like Charles might actually go to America. Will Charles go to America and visit his son, Prince Harry? No, because Harry won't be there. Oh dear. Not liking that, are we? No, Harry won't be there. He won't be in the States. Maybe he won't be here. Do not act. What we see is not reality. So that therefore, so the reality, we need a reality that requires Charles not to be there. A reality that requires Charles not to be there. You know, I get this card a few times, okay? It was like, I'll give you an example. When we asked about the Queen, and we asked, I don't know whether it would be in the October, the November, whatever, it comes up with that. And what it's saying is, the essence of the card is, your reality that you see right now is not the reality that will be. So it's funny that, isn't it? How, you know, they've got a meeting together. Harry seems to realise that he's messed up, but I mean, the book's still going ahead and he's still coming across as, you know, mouthy and showy. Or could he be doing that for Meghan? He seems to be very vulnerable here, along with, you know, overwhelming grief and despair, like he can't do anything, or he can't get out of something, you know, maybe, and he needs help. You know, he needs help. I've told you, you know, that before, Harry, you have to be very, very careful with him. Honestly, if you'd have heard me earlier, I was nearly ripping his head off. I was. He's such a nasty, nasty boy. He really, really is. However, you know, I don't like to see people like going low, even if they're the devil incarnate, you know what I mean? Even if Meghan was, you know, upset and crying and everything, and, you know, I would be upset for her. I would, you know, because you feel it, you can feel it. And if it's I know if somebody's pulling on the waterworks, you know, left eye, one shot, whatever it was, but I also can feel someone's genuine, you know, pain. And no matter what he's done, I still don't wish that level of despair and vulnerability on him. I'll be hitting him next week. I will, but I'm not gonna, you know, I don't kick when they're low. Okay, so let's have a look then, you know. They have spoken. Maybe one secretary went to another. The only way Charles could correspond with his son is if Meghan is about. I wonder if, I think they've spoken about Prince William and Catherine as well, you know, like, I don't know why, but a commitment and their love, okay, their love is important as well. Maybe William has lost his head for a second and thinks, you know, right, okay, I'll see what we can do, where we can go. He'll soon regret that, as I imagine he's doing so already. And when I say that, it's because I do believe, like, Harry has leaked information about something, okay? And I think everybody knows who the freaking leak is. Everybody knows in that family who the leak is and what exactly has been said. Okay, so, you know, I still don't trust Harry one bit. What's coming up for Harry in the very near future, please? I'm getting unable to walk away. You know, he's in a situation. He can't walk away from something. He can't walk away from something. He's unable to walk away, saying to walk, to walk, to walk. Why am I saying walk? Do you think it's his legs? Is there something wrong with his leg? Ow. Oh, my shoulder. Bloody hell. Do you know what? It clicks and it's got shards. But it's mainly when it's still and then you move it just slightly. I fell asleep with my arm on the sofa, I think. Either that or I've been beaten up while I was asleep. What's so wrong with his leg? I do see that there's something wrong with his leg. I do. So the devil reversed, okay, being your own worst enemy. Do you remember before when we've gone on about Harry and we've been a bit worried about him, okay? Because he doesn't like looking bad. There's a lot of spite, a lot of envy, a lot of toxic, a lot of smirking, wacky-backy, you know. What was I seeing then? I was seeing like an aeroplane. An aeroplane, that's what I'm saying. An aeroplane, like... I think there's something really, really nasty here. So he'll feel unable to walk away from a very, very nasty situation. Now, I know it's the book, but I'm seeing his leg. I'm wondering, because he has a stick in his hand, and I'm seeing some, like, protective equipment. Well, isn't that for horses, do you think? The ground. Maybe he falls off his horse or something. But essentially, you know, we're going for something we know of as well, which is, I mean, that just came from nowhere, you know. It's like at night time I'm seeing an owl as well, an owl. Oh, there's lots of things in there. Oh, there's a lot going on here. All of a sudden, there's a lot going on. You've got people in the background. People making stuff. I kind of just feel like it's going to crash and burn. I think that's, you know, that could be, you know, crashing and burning. So I don't feel like there's something there, okay? I definitely do. I'll stay with that. I'll stick with it. Definitely doesn't want to look bad anyway, so he can't get out of it. Now, that's what I was saying. I'm sure a few months ago when we was going worrying about Harry, that we did say, maybe you can point it out to me, I don't know. We did say that, oh dear, he was at risk of harming himself. Look, exactly the same cards. They're almost identical. For Harry, he can't get out of something and he obviously wants to. What does Harry want out of? If it's the book, show me writing. If it's Meghan, show me Meghan. You know, if it's something else looming, you know, give us the moon card. What does Harry want to get out of? Something he's promised to do, you know, a partnership. So the two of them, he wants to get out of, I kind of feel like definitely the book. Definitely the book. But as well, you know, I think he wants out of a meeting with his dad as well. Maybe this meeting, because he knows what's in store for him. Let's have a look. Oh, here's this hand. Does Harry want out of the book? Does Harry want out of the book? No, it's something else. Does Harry want out of his marriage? Well, the lack of cash isn't helping it, eh? It isn't helping it. So, you know, it's struggling. His marriage is struggling at the moment. Well, you wanted to take her on, Harry. You know, I'm afraid you did. So I can only assume that this is to do with the meeting with King Charles. Does Harry want out of the meeting with King Charles? I think this is more like it, okay, because we already know about the book and small changes he's tried to make. If anything, you know, these seemingly, I don't know, you get over these changes. When it's reversed, when the tower's reversed, look, it's not that bad. It's a bit of a surprise, okay? But I feel here, look at Harry, he's got his fingers bent here, well and truly. Okay, they're always, his hands, have you noticed? They're always bitten and red around the joints as well. I do believe there's a name for it, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, so this is like, this is not good news, you know, if you're being called to see your father that you cannot get out of, that is bad news. He's expecting bad news. Oh, what will King Charles discuss with Harry in this meeting? He's going to delay telling him something. Now, why am I feeling like I'm getting overseas, but I don't feel overseas at all? Don't give up hope. Well, I think it's, okay, so I think it's a case of we're not taking Duchy and Duchess, but, you know, we're going to not give the children title or lower. It's lesser news than they want. It's still not so bad news, but it's lesser news than they want. So it could be like they keep them as Master and Ms, or nothing at all until they're 18 or 21, you know, and they decide. I'm sure I know which side they'll be voting for the minute they can. When they're able to travel, you know, they will. Do you know, I was just thinking then, like, there could be a boarding school in the UK and never get to see their actual royal family, you know. I mean, anybody who does that just BASTRAED, whatever. You know, you get the drift, don't you? So it's to deliver news that is less than what they wanted, but actually not so bad. So what news, you know, what news does Charles want to share with Harry? Stop living in the past, you know, you're stuck in the past, the past, being trapped in the past, the ghosts in the past, you know, they're ruining your life, they really are. I mean, to think, you know, that I've never, do you know what I noticed about myself? Right, in 40 odd years, I was born, walking, talking, psychic me, but in all that time, the only person I asked about in my family was my nana, and that's only because she got into bed with me after 3 months of being passed away. Frightened me to death, she did. Honestly, I asked her not to come back. So I do remember, like a few years later, I did ask, but do you know what? I've not my granddad's, not anyone, not my cousins, not my aunties, never. And the thought never occurred to me, actually. But I guess it's like, you know, when you have a toy and you play with it all the time, you don't see it in the eyes that other people do. So, you know, it is to think that he's consulting with his mother all the time. You know, there's a dependency there, a dependency. So, and all this can be healed, you know. It can be healed if you do it in the correct way. And it takes time as well. Did you see that? I've got a light and it just went out then. Hello, family. But anyway, yes, you know, it can all be healed and put back together. But like I say, it has to be done in a safe manner and not all claptrap. I mean, I don't care how good you are and, you know, look, you're all very wealthy millionaires, aren't they, these psychics, eh? They really are. So they've gone from having a gift to sort of like monetising it, which is what I don't want to do, ever. But, you know, yeah, I just think it's... well, you have a duty of care to your customers as well. You know, people are vulnerable. And, yeah, I just don't know. When I used to do the circuit, you know, they call it the circuit because we used to travel all the way around the UK. And you could see, like, 86-year-olds, no offence, I mean, you're a lot younger now these days, but, you know, 30 years ago, you was, like, 86, and they're saying, can you tell me my future? Oh, they was telling them all sorts. Loads of bullshit. It really was. I thought it was scandalous, honestly. I was the most honest psychic there. I was. I read for free. I could tell if you was skink, of course I could. So, you know, I was always giving free readings there as well. I just want out to be businesswoman or entrepreneur. But yeah, so it's not healthy, Harry, and I think that's, you know, this discussion around Diana, they need to talk and, you know, sort of like resolve it. I mean, you know, Charles is saying now, he apparently, he regrets having them kids walk behind the cartage. Well, hang on a minute, she was dead either way, whether they did or they didn't, okay? So, you know, I'm sorry, like all other people and traditions and queens and kings and whatever else, they've all had to do it. Is it me or is there something going off with that light? Because I just keep feeling as if it's going off every time I talk. Can you go away, please? I'm busy. Anyway, yes, so yeah, you know, it didn't make no difference. She was dead either way. You know, it was part of a procession with everybody, so they definitely wasn't alone. Definitely wasn't alone. You know, just. It's how Harry has turned it to be so dirty, shameful and nasty and, you know, abusive. Oh, come off it, Harry, you know, come off it, pull the other one. You'd have moaned like hell if you couldn't be in the procession with your bloody, you know, 20 years later, moaning that you can't be in the procession with your uniform with ER on it or whatever the initials were, you know. I mean, really? You know, it just turns anything, so I won't even go back to the ghost of that. But knowing Charles, he'll apologise, you know, he'll apologise and try and make things work, okay? So let's have a look then, when he's a little bugger on his way. How long before will Harry come to the UK? Will he come to the UK for this meeting with Charles? Yes. Yes, he will. I think, you know, I think as well, like Charles will offer to accommodate him. I also feel that as well, there's some cash in it for Harry. There's some cash. But I do see that King Charles does reach out. I do see that he's offering to help his son. But I also see that there's cash. Just so predictable, aren't they, kids? I was the same. He used to ring my dad 3 days before I was going to hit him for a loan. Okay, so I'm getting the 6 here, the 6. So that's, it could be this weekend or it could be December. Let's have a look. What would be my last and final question be? I don't know. What will be the outcome of this meeting with Charles and Prince Harry? Just pain, more pain, genetic pain, frenetic pain, chaotic pain, fake pain. I don't know, I think somebody's heart's, you know, not so good here, you know. I really do feel not so good. So again, I just feel like heartache, I feel like things can't be resolved. Even though he's tried, he's tried. Charles has tried. Why won't Harry resolve things? Why won't Harry, forgive his dad, basically, for, if he believes he's been wronged? Harry, why won't you forgive your father, King Charles? Because he doesn't like the men in grey suits. He doesn't like that all of a sudden. Have you noticed that? People not liking others when they stand in the way of, your misdeeds or your deceit, okay? So that's why Harry doesn't like the firm, because they say no to him as well. No, you can't do this, Harry. No, you're not doing that, Harry. Or that's what they did do. So, he's kind of blaming a lot, expect a lot of him slagging off the actual people behind the king, the assistants and decision makers, maybe, or advisors, we would call them. So it's all about, being calculated. They can see Harry coming a mile off. They can see when Harry is asking for something, all the connotations, like the tiara. You cannot drag. Well, you can drag somebody out of bed. Of course you can. Yeah, come on. You're staff, aren't you? But to get the Queen's tiaras on show, just like that, no guards, no protection, no correct authorisation, permission, and stuff like that. And that's what Harry doesn't like. It's the middlemen. They stop him getting his pleasure. Stop him, stop him, stop him. And that's what he doesn't like, because his dad's not just his dad. His dad is his father with, 80 good men behind him. But I tell you now, I think, Harry is woken up to the fact that he ain't got money coming in like they thought they had, okay? So that they've been obviously spending to the max. Well, Meghan has. How does Meghan fit into all this, please? She wants something from the Queen. Cheeky witch, isn't she? Cheeky witch. Honest to God. Yeah, cheeky. I don't know why, but I keep seeing her boobs again. She gets them out every so often. I think it's, well, I don't know. If you're 21, and you got that figure, then yeah, definitely. But, Meghan, you're over 40, Wear a correct bra, one that doesn't show through everything, and get some nipple covers. Yeah, she wants something from the Queen. She won't be happy until she gets it, and even when she gets it, she's not going to be happy. So, I think, oh, Jesus, Meghan's coming out with something from the Queen, or what the Queen has said to her. I mean, this is just going from bad to worse for Meghan, but she'll come and try and look beautiful and all the rest of it. I have to say, lately, her dress sense has been very, very good, because it's so easy to dress bad. So somebody's obviously dressing her. As for the rest, I don't know. I think it's all about, what he wants. What he wants, these titles and everything. She'll try and be a normal, charming self where Charles is concerned. How can you be so deluded, right, to behave behind somebody's back so vile and vicious, and then stand before them fluttering your eyelashes, curling your hair off your shoulder, and pandering? No, it's all wrong to me. It's all wrong. Anyway, his visit and meeting with Harold. Harold. Why did I say Harold? Anyway, it is the meeting. It don't go well. They don't get what they want, and the Sussexes are extremely upset. Okay, extremely upset. So nothing surprises us, does it? Okay, guys, that's it from me. I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye now. Bye-bye.